We're Famous Last Words and you're watching New Transcendence.
Yeah.
I'm on the
whole couch.
I don't have the whole couch. I'm on the armrest, man.
I'm sinking in.
I'm literally as tight as my.
You have the most room, is all I'm saying.
Only because I'm sinking in. I can't. My butt cheek would not be happy if it was up there and the other one was way down here.
So you guys ready?
No way.
Alright. What's up, guys? It's Barrett from New Transcendence. I'm here with Famous Last Words, who are here and in support of their recently released album, The Incubus. This is the second night of the Incubus tour, which also features The Funeral Portrait and Versus Me. And what's up, guys? Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, man.
I'm really excited to be able to interview all of you guys. All of my interviews so far have been with JT.
Yeah,
I love JT.
I guess I should just go fuck myself.
Yeah, no, I love JT. I love JT, but it's cool. It's cool
us
to get
that
everybody.
should just go fuck ourselves.
Yep.
It's always you.
All right. Well, you're here in Kansas City. It's been quite a while since you guys have been here last. You opened up the tour in Chicago last night. How did things go, and what was your favorite part of that night?
It was great. The sound was a little iffy, but other than that, it was a pretty cool show.
Yeah, just a normal first show, like
Hectic.
jitters and breaking the cobwebs, shaking the cobwebs off.
Shoving the booba.
My girlfriend's gonna get a kick out of that.
How mixed is your set for this tour? I've heard some places that there's some staples that are unflinching, while we're getting to hear some stuff from the new album that you get to play live. Variety is the spice of life, so.
It's a pretty broad spread from all the albums.
Yes.
So we're trying to.
We actually incorporated that into the intro of our set. We have it kind of filters through all the intro tracks of our full-length albums with this like little radio interference.
I wonder if anybody's ever actually picked up on that yet.
I don't know.
I'm sure they have. Are you kidding?
It kind of comes in and you hear the beginning for the
Welcome to the show.
The music box like yeah, and then everybody just kind of looks around like the tracks just break. Why does it sound weird? And then it comes in to the opening for
Letter of
Dead.
the Council.
And people are just kind of. I think people get a little confused. To us, it's really cool. I think everybody's just like.
Gotta think a little bit with us.
Yeah. We make you use your brain muscles.
I feel like they should know that by now.
Right.
We're doing so they gotta think about it a little bit.
It was a treat for people that know what those are.
Yeah.
You know, the people that have heard all the albums, they get a little like, I
That is awesome. I haven't heard that, I don't think, with any band.
Yeah, I'm stoked with it. It's cool.
Without giving too much away, what new elements are you bringing to your show on this tour and feature headliners?
We really tried to bring lights to this tour.
We got a new backdrop.
I did.
I saw that. It was fucking amazing.
I was working on trying to get the lights done, and that was way more of a task than I anticipated it to be.
Just burning out the retinas.
Yeah. I spent like 3 nights straight with my laptop with our whole backline set up, staring at the lights, trying to program them to go with the songs, and just he and I were down in the basement together doing it. And you'd get to a part where you'd have to like go and automate all the strobes, so the entire room would just be strobe lights in multiple colors and everything, and like right in my face, and I'm like,
I'm sitting there just trying to play PlayStation. I'm like, hey, can you turn that off? I'm doing something.
I'll walk in and I'll have like 2 minutes of it. I'll be like, how long have you been doing this?
It's really weird though, because I was actually playing PlayStation while I was doing it. So it'd just be like my left peripheral just like flashing. And there was one night where I actually started to get nauseous because it was like,
I don't know,
like focusing on this, and there's a strobe going off to my left. I'm like, what the?
It was whatever frequency we hit on the strobes at, and like you both,
yeah,
like an hour later, I'm like, dude, I don't feel good. Maybe we can't use that in the set.
Well, what has been your favorite part about returning to this area?
That.
Yeah,
that Han Solo right there. And I also
then after we
keep
played
looking at that man thong up there. I don't know why.
I don't think that's a man thong.
I'm just like a Java strap.
No, that's a thong thong.
This is a regular thong.
It's a thong thong. I'm hoping it was never worn because that'd be kind of gross. It like came off somewhere. Like you're hanging on the wall. Yeah.
It's very high up there. It's a weird place to put it. But
Psycho stick probably.
that's
wore
way
it.
cooler than the thong.
Oh. Yeah. It would have been funny if they put the thong on Han Solo. Let's be honest.
Oh, hey! Hanging in his mouth. Or maybe
Han Solo's like, I don't know what to do with my
Wait.
hands.
Funny bit of trivia for you. Do you know why he wrote in the getting frozen in carbonite scene?
I don't.
He wasn't sure if he was going to get Harrison Ford for the third movie, so he needed an easy out to kill him in case Harrison Ford didn't sign on for it.
Really?
Yep, that's why he froze him at the end of it. Originally, he was supposed to escape with the rest of the people, but he didn't because he wouldn't sign the contract for the third one.
I'm glad he didn't, because that's just the
Yeah.
first thing.
It worked out real well.
And now it's here.
Yeah.
Now there he is, Han Solo.
Can somebody unfreeze him? He probably needs to take a piss or something.
Hey, Austin Power.
How did this tour package get put together?
On the last tour, on the Alessandra run that we did, Pat, he's the guitarist in Alessandra, he showed us Versus Me, or he showed me his other band Versus Me, and I was digging it. I was like, it's really cool. And the Funeral Portrait, Lee, like they're on the same label as us, so that's a big thing, and they have a new album coming out. But Lee was also on that tour, so we got to meet and hang out with them that whole run. We're like, let's do this again, like in like a month. And yeah, so it kind of fell together like that.
This question is for prospective Famous Last Words fans. What would draw new fans into your world?
Storytelling.
Yeah, if they like
Yeah,
following the
really.
story. If you like Easter eggs in like movies
Cadbury's?
or Cadbury cream eggs, then you'll love our band. Yeah, if you like finding Easter eggs or like connecting the dots, or it makes you, our music makes you think. So
Yeah, that's been one of my favorite things about listening to your music over the years.
thank you.
What led to the decision of ultimately making Famous Last Words a conceptual band, and do you think you'll stick to that route in the future?
Well, our old management told us not to. I
That's
think
a terrible idea.
rebels. So like,
Don't
originally,
Two-Face.
the Two-Face Charade was the first concept album, and that was originally going to follow the story of Phantom of the Opera. And that's what they said. They're like, that's a bad idea. Don't do it. Just don't do it. And we're like, okay. We're just gonna write our own. So, and then after that,
Right, we should do that.
we enjoyed it so much, and other people enjoyed it with us so much that, I mean, you can write any kind of song as long as you piece each one together in a full concept. Like, it's not limiting us from writing just regular songs. Kind of like how Council of the Dead, a lot of those songs sound really different from each other. But it still flows and it still fits in the album. And I think if you have a really fluent story and you capture it and you score the music correctly, you're gonna have a very fluent album as well.
Well, it's like the Killing Zone. Like
Yeah.
we wanted to write a super heavy song that just went with it. We don't have any other songs like the Killing Zone.
We have one other song that is close to it, not quite as heavy, but Legends and Legacies is another.
You know,
Not
I
as-
listened to that song earlier today. Not even close to as heavy as
Not
good.
even
Not
even close.
What
I
about
get
that
what you're
crazy
saying,
breakdown?
Just pull a Pinot.
I'm just saying that's. I feel like. I hope he sees this. Oh my god. Name dropping. Oh yeah.
Cut that. But you can edit that part out.
Just cut it, dude.
Don't edit
It's
that.
gonna be Craig going, and then it's gonna go to the next question.
And then all of us just shutting him down.
No, not even.
It comes back, Craig's not in the. Might make it a blooper or something.
Yeah, perfect. That'd be great.
Yes, but it does not limit us. But we wanted to.
Not to steal a page from AP's book or anything, because I did see your 5 interesting facts about Famous Last Words, but tell us something interesting about the band or yourself that people may not know.
I feel like pretty open.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot people don't know. 'Cause between social media and different interviews and things like that, like,
How do you keep things secretive?
yeah, I
Ask
I like
David
cats more than dogs.
Drago. Ask David Drago.
Who's that?
and I like dogs more than
What's
cats,
his
but I have a cat, so yeah, let's talk about how much sense that makes.
Yeah, I mean, That's a tough one
It
because
is.
I feel like, you know, we wear our hearts on our sleeves. Like you can just.
Yeah.
Craig had a mohawk for like 13 years.
Yeah, the Mohawk lives in the band. These are just the shirts and promos.
Okay.
Random
Guess I'll
facts
just go fuck
about
myself.
Actually, I think you did. I think you had a low mohawk the last time I saw you guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had a mohawk when I met you guys.
Yeah.
That's something that.
Yeah, things not everyone knows. Not everybody in this room knew it.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Like it's so hard.
One by one, if you weren't in music, what do you think you'd be doing?
Matt Bell.
Construction. I mean, I like building things. I don't know. I know what Craig would say.
Well, I knew what you were gonna say too. That's why I was like, go ahead and go first.
You guys are
I like roofing. He likes cooking. JT likes things. Math.
Where are you going with this?
Math.
I'll just go focus.
I mean, I do math. I tutor math at home. I've been doing that for, I think it's my 7th year now. I've been doing that a long time. It's not something I really want to pursue as a career, but I like doing that. I like helping kids, you know, helping kids out. A lot of kids have graduated because of me, and I think that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Humble brag.
Yeah, humble brag. I'm proud of that.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Nothing wrong with the humble.
But if it wasn't music and it wasn't like any kind of music management or just no music at all, it'd probably be something in the film industry. Because I really enjoy doing that
I
stuff.
could definitely see that. By the way, Two-Face Charade, the short film is being sold on this tour and is available to buy on merch now.
Yes.
Check it out. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Just check it out.
Little
Namaste.
Little plug. Namaste.
Namaste right here.
Huh? You do it at the end of yoga. It's a sign of respect. Just like, do yoga with me. I'm like, okay. I like it. It's fun. So.
Namaste in my bed and watch Netflix.
That's kind of my take on yoga. If I wasn't playing music in any capacity, I'd be really bored and probably working like some boring desk job. Like I kind of think that's the path I was on. Like ready to like go to college, get your shit together, do all that, and like graduate like everyone else I knew in college. And instead I was like, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna go hang out with these guys. I'm gonna play music.
Here's a fun fact. He's the only one of us who went to college.
Hey, I have 9 credit hours.
Hey, good for you.
That counts.
Yeah, the other fun fact is what I learned in college, I use almost none of. Everything like
Life experience.
all of the band stuff, the music things, running our production, doing all that stuff.
All learned on our own.
Everything about that, I did it wrong 1,000 times to
Yep.
figure it out. So not that college isn't a great thing. I would love if everybody that wants to can go, but it's not the end of the world if you can't.
Yeah.
You don't. Like you need to learn, and every day you should try to learn something new. But that's not the only way to learn.
And people learn differently.
Yeah. So.
All right, Tyler, what would you do?
I'd probably still be working at Subway if I had moved to Michigan to join the
would
band.
you do?
Or I'd be working at Boeing like every other person in Washington that doesn't know what they want to do with their life and they want to make a good amount of
Nice
money.
paycheck.
Yeah. That's probably what I'd be doing.
Planes.
Absolutely nothing.
Tyler would build your airplanes.
Oh.
So what you're really saying is you'd be hating your fucking life.
Exactly. No, it would be.
So it's a good thing we all play music.
Yeah.
The end of the year is practically upon us, and album of the year lists will soon be posted. Some have already been posted. Some people have been posting theirs impromptu because they haven't heard the fucking new Funeral Portrait album or Ninosh's new album. They're both insane.
I haven't heard. I pre-ordered it, but I haven't heard. He hasn't showed us like. the whole
Actually,
thing.
didn't know what year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's amazing. But what is your number one album of the year, Mark?
Alright, I got mine. So my number one, yeah, of course. My number one album is No Effect's First Ditch Effort. It's just recently came out. It's great. I love how they can still be a band for like 30 years and release new material like it sounded like 15 years ago, and it still has as much high energy. Those guys are pretty old. They're like 50 plus years, at least a lot of them are, and and it brought something different to the table as well because Fat Mike, the lead singer and bass player, has been sober for a good amount of time now, and it actually, you can really tell with his writing, it's different, like his lyrics, and it's still got the same like heavy punk that I love, but it's a little more, I guess, kind of responsible, I guess. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say the Hamilton soundtrack.
No.
I'm really into that Ariana Grande CD.
I don't think you are kidding.
I don't think you're kidding. I don't think to explain this.
Yeah, I'd have to say that.
Alright.
The more you know.
Man, album of the year. I can't ever answer these questions. I always listen to just different stuff all the time.
Yeah, that was a joke. I can't.
I don't actually have an album of the year.
Yeah.
There's not one thing
There's
on
not
your phone
one-
that you keep going to and you can't stop.
No, I
listening to it?
keep rotating things.
I'm bad with that. I keep on going to the same CD if I like it so much.
Yeah, I'm the same.
We know.
I can't think of anything, so I'm just gonna go with Low Teens every time I die.
Come on, show me what album you lately.
That's a good one.
Awesome.
It's a great fucking album. I'm sure
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
another name.
The new Let Live album, If I'm the Devil. The first couple times I listened to it, I just was like, it didn't have the same energy or the same vibe as Black is Beautiful, the album for it. And then over the summer, we kicked off a tour with a show that we were all kind of put together on the same big package in Michigan, and we were watching them. And I don't know, I've seen the song, like some of the songs live. I didn't think I was gonna like it. Went back and started listening to that album on that tour, and it's super like overly political and like a little bit like almost on some things I don't necessarily agree with, but it was just so well put together. He was voicing an opinion and kind of like speaking for the unspoken, or a voice for the voiceless, not speaking for the unspoken, but like giving a voice to the voiceless in a lot of ways. And it was kind of cool because it wasn't so like cheesy preaching. It just kind of it had soul to it instead of just being like
He was giving his own voice.
yeah.
Which
So
is more important.
that would be mine if I had to pick like something that's not just another cliche like, oh, this is the greatest album because it's heavy or it's like it's really fast. I mean, it's like it tackled a lot of like
It was great.
really poignant current events going on in America and like kind of gave a breakdown on those for a lot of
Breakdown.
Breakdown on breakdowns.
JT's gone now, guys.
Do you guys remember the breakdowns? Do you remember?
I remember breakdown. I remember breakdowns.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I knew that.
I remember Barrett's
I
new South
knew
Park.
that was
So good.
At some point,
It always does.
I remember the 90s. Remember the 80s?
Remember the 90s? I remember Chewbacca.
A man and a woman?
Okay, we'll stop.
You gone down the dark
Gotta cut
part.
this off.
What the fuck is in these memories?
Your label Revival Recordings is all about giving the little guys a chance with the motto "Good music by good people." If you haven't listened to any of their music, what happens with their bands is that they're all amazing musicians. They all work collaboratively, and everything's seamless, and they're all great guys beyond just being musicians. But anyway. Michigan has some insane talent, and I'm wondering who's caught your eye in your local circuit.
We don't have a local circuit. I know that sounds really weird. Like just even saying it sounds weird, but in our town, we are 4 hours north of Detroit and 3.5 roughly from Grand Rapids. Closest thing to us would be Traverse City, and that's still an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
So, but our town, it's like a little tourist town, kind of, and yeah, there are no, at least not in our genre. There are local bands, just not in our genre, and there's no like local shows. No one throws shows.
They're playing at restaurants or like,
Yeah, they're like at a bar or something like that. So there's definitely talent, but not that I'm familiar with.
Yeah,
There used to be local shows.
Yeah.
we used to
local scene,
like
yeah.
throw shows back in
400
the day.
kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, just kind of died.
ago.
Yeah.
It was really sad. But
Everyone's way more into like raving.
yeah, EDM.
Yeah, they're into
Yeah.
different stuff now.
Which is cool.
What has been your favorite memory since the formation of Famous Last Words, and why does it stick out to you?
My favorite memory is Tyler in Seattle after a show we played. Was that Studio 7 also?
Yeah.
We played at Studio 7 in Seattle. And we get done, the show was great, did our, average normal show, fun time. And then we're breaking down, we're putting everything away, and the promoter and the sound guy are like kind of rushing us out, and we're like, after you guys are done, we're reopening and there's a rave here tonight. We're like, okay. It's like, yeah, if you guys want, when you're done, just like show your laminates at the door and you guys can come in for free. So we brought the whole tour package in and
Crashed the shit out of that.
they were not ready for us to be us in their like rave party.
We're all drinking and push moshing and crowd surfing each
started
other.
just doing shots and like getting a little bit ridiculous, and then we're like, let's start a mosh pit in the middle of the rave, and then let's crowd surf Tyler through the rave. So there were like 15 of us just kind of like pushing, like throwing Tyler in the air, like walking in circles around the dance floor. And there's people full on like glow sticks and hula hoops and the things that swing on ropes, and they're looking at us and we're like, yeah, we know we're like kind of crashing your party,
My vibe.
we're having a great time. So hope you have fun too.
I was like, you're fucking my vibe. My favorite memory, I don't know. You guys have any other? That's a long time to think back through. I met my girlfriend 4 years ago. That's a good memory.
You quantify that because of the band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, well, that's the question. Well,
Yeah.
and my little one came out. She was in a little Cinderella dress that day. I remember that day perfectly. That was a great day. So.
Birth of Crazy Boots.
Birth of Crazy Boots. But now she's girlfriend boots. So that's what's going on.
God, I don't even know where to begin.
I stomped through a stage once in Fresno.
Oh, that's always fun. I like
Yeah, that was really fun.
Is that in Fresno? Are you talking about the one where you went like all the way up to your hip?
I don't know, it's been a few different times, but
Yeah.
That was somewhere else.
dude, that's
I went
always
deep,
fun.
but it-
Wasn't it Fresno?
No,
it
Santa
wasn't.
Ana, that little weird
Oh,
corner
Santa-
stage
yeah.
where you like Swiss cheese the stage.
Just trapped like a saw move, like my foot went in and then I couldn't get it back out. Like, I remember it's so fun.
Mid-set, I look over and Matt's like laughing, but his foot has disappeared under the stage. And so I go
That
over and
shouldn't be able
show.
to happen. No one should be able to put
Was
their
that the
like,
show that Bryce got that picture of me in the hole?
No,
Is that the same show?
No, that was somewhere upstairs.
We go through
That was
stages
another
a
corner
lot.
stage. That was in like Kentucky or something.
It wasn't Kentucky.
That was like the attic or something.
Yeah.
But no, that one I walk over and I'm trying to help, but we're both playing the song, and there's like
Yeah, like,
there's
I
no
don't wanna
part where we can
stop.
stop playing. So I'm like, all right.
I think some fan finally kind of helped me out of it. It was awesome. Alright, sorry to interrupt your ass, Craig. Go for it.
I don't know. Like I said, there's just way too many. I think probably the most memorable thing that I can think about is when almost 8 years ago I moved down, or actually I tried out for the band, and I roll up within 10 minutes of me getting there, and I set up my drums, and JT goes, "All right, you learn this." They're like the demo songs or whatever he had for what we were playing then, and I had to play all the songs with the click track blaring loud over the PA system. And I've never been more nervous in my entire life, because I was just like, first of all, I'd never even used a click track before, so metronome was like, it was totally all new. I was coming from a ska punk band, so it was, who uses metronome in ska punk music?
Who plays in the same time?
Was that before or after I told you how old I really was?
No. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. He lied to me. He told me he was 18, so I moved down, and then he just turned 16. And I'm like, oh, just sold my
These are your
car,
favorite
left my-
memories?
I said it was the most memorable thing for me. That sticks out to me.
Like pushing the RV out of that toll booth.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a great memory. It was
I
a
remember
horrible-
RV.
during the time it happened, it sucked. But looking back, I love that memory.
I joined the band
So fun.
like immediately post RV, and all I've ever heard are just the horror stories.
Oh, you are lucky.
There were some. Shut up. There were some good times in that RV.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there
I'm sure
was.
there were, but it's just like
There's
it was like
horrible times.
Holy!
Yeah.
I think that was a permanent.
I wouldn't be half the
He has a
same
bias
band today
against
without
RVs for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Catching the exhaust on fire in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was the
broken
the
down.
air intake.
Oh yeah, the engine. Yeah, the air intake.
It's like, let's spray some brake cleaner in there. We'll get it going.
We were in the middle of the desert at night, and I think even after that our battery died. And then we needed to get it checked. And this is a part of the desert where like people aren't really traveling. This was mostly just truckers, and you know, so we're trying to flag a trucker down, like somebody to give us a jump, and it was not happening. So luckily someone finally came around, but
They were so reluctant to that, pulled up.
Yeah.
They like
Five
drove
guys.
off the road, like went down into like that
Cracked
ditch.
the window. What's going on, guys? Like, is this okay?
good times.
Memorable.
Memorable. There you go. Matt got it right. Yeah.
Memorable times. Okay.
Finally, what does 2017 hold in store for Famous Last Words?
Touring.
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 Lots of tours.
We're working also on more music videos. We have yeah, I think that's really all where we're at right now with that.
Yeah,
we're working on it.
Still
Yeah, you
2016.
guys are still pretty fresh off the release.
Yeah.
Our biggest goal not right now, but for 2017 is
To get on the road.
just to do as much touring as we can. You know, it's almost sad how short album cycles have become now, and it's like this album just came out.
When's the next one coming out?
Yeah, it's like I think it's also the thing. Even though people know it came out and they might hear a single or two, like not getting to see the show almost is not fair to some people if they don't get a chance to come out to a show. If we come to their city and they can't make it, or we come and it's too far of a drive, or a school night, or whatever the case is. So it's not fair to those people that if we don't go, all right, well, we did the touring cycle for 6 or 9 months, and then we just kind of said, all right, we're gonna go back and write another album now. You know, it's almost too short with some bands. I know that they release an album every 10 months.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, like, you're not giving anybody a chance to like fall in love with an album.
Longest. Well, we waited 2 years for this album.
Yeah.
We didn't tour for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, especially with the concept stuff, like
You
you gotta do the research. You gotta like make set it up, build the characters. Like
Start to finish.
there's a lot of work that goes into that behind the scenes.
Wasn't it like we released Pick Your Poison the next year, or was it a year between?
No, Pick Your Poison, then Two Face, and then
Yeah.
Console,
And then
we
we didn't release an album for a year.
We did that.
People were like, "What?" Oh wait, when we announced that we were coming out with a new album, people were like, "They're back! We're back! What are
Yeah.
you talking about? People don't take a year off to write anymore." Like,
Yeah, that whole process, like start to finish on the writing, was probably like July of 2015, and then JT and I flew back to the studio in January, and that was just to finish the tracking.
Yeah.
So July to January just to do the writing and recording, and then
it took longer than that.
yeah, it's probably you're right.
Because there's the story. Because I had to
Yeah.
work all that out first, and then we do the music.
Why am I the China symbol?
So it's
China's
it's a process. It's between like 3 to 6 months of research.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we took a long time to like do this right, not just go like, all right, we're gonna go just
Crank
find
out an
someone that can record us and do it right. We really like vetted producers and found someone we wanted to work with and kind of refine the sound of how we wanted these songs to sound. Like, GT had a story in mind. We didn't want to just write songs and go, yeah, here's 20 songs, pick your 12 that you want, and we'll just record your lyrics over it. It was really, let's sit down, let's really nail the vibe of the song. Let's really nail, like, if it's an anxious song, let's make the song
Make you feel anxious.
anxiety.
Yeah, and it shows.
Yeah.
It definitely does.
There's no B-side tracks. We don't have those.
Yeah, everything that we wrote, everything that JT wrote, all the songs that were written for this
It's all-
album are all there.
We've never had B-side tracks.
That's awesome. That's a very, very rare thing too.
Yeah, but like there's a reason. Like you can't add or take out a song unless you're adding and taking out parts of the story. So it's tough.
Very true. All right. Well,
Cool.
I appreciate you guys doing this with me. It's been
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Again, it's amazing to be able to sit down with all of you guys. And actually, my first in-person interview with any of you guys, JT's been both through email.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it. It's been fun. Got it. Special thanks to Tristen Lang behind the lens.
Come in front of the
I've been
lens.
following this guy for a long time.
There it is.
We did Rockfest together. He's amazing. Check his stuff out. I'll make sure to provide a link to his YouTube channel and his information. Check out Famous Last Words. Check out The Funeral Portrait. Check out Versus Me. Pick up the Incubus. And
Come to the Incubus
come to
tour.
the Incubus tour.
Yeah.
Coming to a city near you
Above
on the
everything.
West Coast. Hopefully,
Texas.
Texas.